Dwarf Fortress, a game that's very, very complex, legendarily complex. One of you guys was kind enough to gift it to me, so I thought we'd play it for a little while and see if we could get our head around whatever this is. So, yeah. So we'll give that a shot, I guess. Fine. Let's create a new world. Welcome to Dwarf Fortress. Okay, I'll generate longer history because it sounds, well, just one will be fine. Yes. Yeah, we're gonna give this a shot. You like the music and chanting? Okay. We will play Fortress, of course. Dwarf Fortress is just like Dwarf Bowling, except you have to throw them hard to win. Yeah, let's do the tutorial again. I could use the tutorial again. It was hard the first, yeah. A dwarven outpost, you have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek is finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for all the glory of all the normal O's. There are almost no supplies left, but with some stout labor comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plow, or hook. Provide for your dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it's spring now. Enough time to delve, secure lodging, ere the dingoes get hungry. A new chapter of this dwarven history begins here at this place. Zinserat. And anvil stabs. Strike at the earth. Okay, that's fine. Your view is focused on wall and elevation and time. Move around, do WSD. Okay, well that's easy enough. To change camera's elevation, roll the mouse wheel. Okay. So lower numbers are closer to the earth, higher numbers are higher in the sky. I mean, that makes sense, right? Lower numbers are going down, higher numbers are going up. And my base is, or the earth is at level 38. I'll try to remember that part. Okay. You can zoom in and out play using control wheel. Okay. Yeah, right. It's time to get to work. Let's start by digging a stairwell into the ground. There may be plenty of hillside to dig into, but you'll want to seek wealth below the surface. Mine tasks are designated on the play area. Begin by clicking the highlighted mining button. Okay. There are several ways to mine. Stairwells selected start at one elevation are completed on the next. Click the surface, move the camera down one level, and click underground. Reversing also works. Okay. So click stairwell. And let's see. I'm not sure what this big ass mountain thing is right next to me. That looks kick-ass though. So I think I will build my stairwell. Dig a regular high hallway of room. Okay. All right, and then I'll build a stairwell here and then go down a level and click there. Oh, that worked. Next, we'll unpause the game and let the miner finish the task. Press space to unpause or use the highlighted controls at the top of the screen. You should pause regularly starting out. Okay. And my things are my people are mining. Let's make a safe place to work. Select regular mining mode to the left of start mining mode. Okay. Dig a rectangle underground big enough for a large stockpile and some workrooms. Considering that most workshops are 3x3, mining through the stone layers further down may take longer, but leaves boulders, which are essential building material. Later, you consider making a meeting area from zones. Otherwise, your citizens will continue to gather by the wagon. Okay. So we've dug a little bit into the mountain, and now we're going to start building like stuff below. Okay. So let's like get a little hallway going, and then we'll make a little room off that. And we'll just start with a 3x3. That makes sense. And let's do another 3x3. That makes sense. Okay. And we'll go the other way and make another 3x3. And we'll go the other way and make another 3x3. Okay. So let's see how that works. Oh, my people are in fact digging. They're mining rapidly. Cool. So now I've got 4 3x3 zones. That seems like a good place to start. The supplies on the wagon are in danger of being carried off by wild creatures. It's time to build a stockpile underground. Stockpiles are crucial. All right. Place stockpile for large items. Start painting a new stockpile. Well, I'll just put it in one of the 3x3 rooms I just thoughtfully created. And that seems like a good thing to do. Click the add button and click 2 corners. Stockpiles can be placed both on surface. Place all stockpile. Okay. Accept all. Okay. With shelter ready underground, it's time to build. First, you need building materials like wood or boulders. Before you start chopping down trees, you want to create a dedicated wood stockpile. Why? All haulers will also drop wood in all stockpiles unless you turn it off. Yeah. When you're ready, open the wood cutting menu and designate the trunk of a tree. Make sure your woodcutter can walk there. Okay. Do I have trees? Are you a tree? I think you're a tree. Now we just need to wait for the woodcutter to chop down the tree. If all logs are accessible, everyone will help store them in stockpile. You can right click to close wood cutting mode. Right click and closes most menu. If all your stockpiles are full, go ahead and place another one. Okay. I think I need a bigger storage area. So let me go ahead and create a bigger storage area. Now, can I like make this storage area bigger? Presumably. How do I redraw the borders of this storage area? Okay, stockpile. Repaint the stockpile. Okay, that's exactly what I want to do. Repaint. Great. Restart time. And they come and they store things, including wood. Okay. All right, great. So that accomplished that mission. Now you have building materials, it's time to start building. Workshops are one of many buildings you can place. Open building mode. Okay. Most workshops requiring building materials such as wood or boulders. If you have some wood stockpiled, you'll be able to place a carpenter's workshop. Click workshops carpenter and place into an empty area. Okay, workshop. carpenter. And I'll just put that in one of the 3 rooms I made earlier. Select material that you need. I don't really care. So, whatever. Alright, click workshop. Your industrious citizens will perform any task added to the workshop. Most objects that are placed, like doors and furniture, must first be built in a workshop. Okay. Furniture created at a carpenter's workshop usually takes 1 wood to build. Add a task and make a bed. Chop down more trees if necessary. Unpause and wait for the bed to be completed. Okay. Add task. Make bed. Okay. And it looks like I need a bigger space for my stockpile. So I will make more space for the stockpile because it looks like I need more. So I just make a big room. Make it about 4 times bigger. Panhead Bob is not feeling the gaming. Everyone's a critic. Have I seen the learning curve picture? No. But I'm familiar with this game and its reputation. Yeah. Way easier to learn with real graphics, I know. I tried playing this in a non-Steam version and I couldn't do it. Okay, so how do I place the bed? Now that I have made the bed, how do I go about actually placing the bed? Place structures, furniture, bed. Okay, did that work? Okay, so I placed a bed. With bed placed, your workers will have somewhere to sleep. Later, you can create a room with a door. Use zones to assign an official bedroom. Okay, that sounds like a good thing. I probably should have more beds though, because I have a population of 7. I feel like I should have more beds. How do you like... Okay. Alright, so far so good, I guess. The rest of the interface is now enabled. You can click on creatures and items just as you can click on buildings. Get more information about them. Click on a resident to see their needs, inventory, thoughts, relations, and more. You can also access information from the citizens button. Click a citizen or creature. Okay. Well, one of my citizens apparently is Onol Egom Lock. who is 55 years old, male. Values romance, disdains hard works, is not creative, tolerant, vengeful, and strong. Okay. Click right to dismiss the sheet. All right. So fine. Alerts. Alerts are sometimes urgent information that's given as alerts. There have been a few already. Hover over the alert icon to see the information. Left click on alert for recentering and right click. This is an alert. Okay, dismiss. You may need supplies before the coming winter. To trade with Autumn Caravan, you must build a trade depot from the build menu. You need something of value to trade. Crafts are an easy way to make a lot of trade good quickly. Make the appropriate workshop with crafts. An obvious material that you can use to make crafts is rock. If you dig down enough layers, you'll find a near infinite amount of boulders of various kinds, as well as some rough gems if you're lucky. Gems can be cut from a jeweler's workshop and cross them on crafts and other items that add even more value. Okay. Incidentally, for whatever it's worth, I did record a story this morning. So I've done a productive thing already today. And I recorded not that I need to justify myself, but I recorded 3 stories last night and I recorded a story this morning. I'm trying a different style of recording more intermittently and see if that changes how that improves things. So I'm also recording offline. So we'll see how it goes, but I did do a productive thing today. It was actually, it's an interesting story for when it will eventually be released. A judge in Maryland made a very interesting decision when it comes to what parents have a right to know about their own children vis-a-vis what schools are teaching. So something to look forward to. There's a lot more to learn. As you enter a new name, there will be information and tips. The help button at the top of the screen contains more guides. Click it now and this tutorial will be concluded. Okay. Escape its own entity. You can do whatever you choose. If you'd like a goal, try to become a barony, then a mountain home. More likely your dwarves will starve unless you read the first few guides here. Remember, losing is fun. Okay. Well, first thing I'd like to do is not starve to death. There's some food on the embark wagon. There's some food on the embark wagon and you can trade for food, but you can also grow your own. The wagon comes with seeds, but as you might expect, these crops must be grown underground. I'm not sure why I would expect that, but okay. That's not normally how seeds work. Okay. Using mining orders, you need to carve out a rectangular area for a farm plot. The underground rectangle must be near the surface where there's soil. 1 level down should suffice before you hit rock. The highest mountain elevations do not have soil. Make sure you leave the ceiling above intact so the underground soil does not receive any light. Okay. With the subterranean soil floor exposed, you can place an underground farm plot. This isn't rich soil, but it will suffice for now. Dig deeper to find better soil. Okay. Select farm plot from the build menu. It's in workshops farm plot. Place the farm plot on the subterranean soil. Each select crop should be growing each season. Click on farm plot you place to point up the farming menu. Plump helmets are edible and the default wagon comes with plump helmet spawn, which are seeds. That you obtain underground seeds for trade or by eating gathering plants, but above ground farming exposes your planter to danger and elements. Well, below ground will be fine for now. Now your planters, those get access both the farm plot and the spawn. Did I ever play Myst? Oh yeah, long ago. But yeah, sure. When it was still on CD. Oh yeah. I didn't really like it. It's not my kind of game, but it's obviously well known and has a lot of reputation. Fertilizers, skill, and planters have a direct impact on crop yield. Those effects are more pronounced deep underground, where you can locate the cavern biome and its rich soil. Pot ash is a fertilizer of choice and we can create in the ashery. I have to build an ashery apparently. Using ash from wood burned in a wood furnace. A wood water zone source and bucket are also required. Fertilizers not needed to farm. Well, maybe I don't need it then. Okay, so let's build a Let's build a underground, you know, plot for food. So I will, how do I turn this menu off? Do I hit escape? That works. Okay. And so I will dig up here. I'm going to build another little 3x3 area here. Not sure what I'm using these for right now, but seems like a good thing to do. And then I will, above that, build a little bit of a bigger area for a farm plot. So I guess I'll do like 5x4 probably is okay. When will my first video with new editing be out? It could be a while. I hired an editor. It might take a while. It might take a couple tries to get it right. I have a couple in the can. I think I still have 2 in the can from the old editing style, so I still have some content. And if I need to, I can still release my own content. I would expect it late this week. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if it's worth the $700 I'm paying for it a month. I'm dubious. It's a question of ROI, right? It's a question of ROI. Will the increase editing, increase watch time, increase retention, increase likes, increase revenue? Will it justify its own existence? So I don't know yet. We're gonna find out. I have a wonderful journey ahead of me. Thanks. Burrows are work and living areas where citizens can be assigned. Workers will try to limit their tasks to confines of the barrow, but sometimes form path when they pass through other areas. Okay. I don't know what that is. All right, let's see. Set plant gathering orders. No, that's not what I want. Select wall smoothings, remove mining, place structure in work areas, no. Place stockpiles, no. Place zones to establish meeting areas, pastures, and more. That doesn't look like it. Do I have any thoughts on Alex Jones's lawyer getting sanctioned? Looks like he was sloppy with client information. So, you know, you have to guard your client's private information. And he didn't. So it looks like, you know, that's an ethics problem where it was sloppy. So suspended from practice law in Connecticut for 6 months. Seems a little harsh, but I don't know. Am I making a farm? I'm trying to make a farm, but I can't find the right button for it. Under workshops. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know where things are yet, so I still have to learn where things are. Okay, so how do I change what to grow there, or does it do it automatically? Okay, let's see. Plump helmets, right? That's what I want. Okay. Would be that the kind of thing he did personally or done by staff? Doesn't really matter. A lawyer has an obligation to supervise his staff too, so it doesn't really matter either way. Let's see if I can get like a kitchen together because we're gonna need to get some food. Let's see. So that's gonna be under workshops, right? Apparently not. Where's kitchen? I presume they have to cook the food. Brewing is more important than cooking. It's under farming. Oh, there it is. Great. You guys know where everything is. And we will also make a still, right? Brew alcohol from plants, fruit, or honey. Okay. Okay, so we'll build a still. Cool. Excellent. No, I won't cook them all. I'll cook like... Let's see. Still, add a new task. Brew drink from fruit. Brew drink from plant. Make brew drink from plant, right? Requires empty food storage item. What is it? What is a food storage item? Like a barrel or something? Well, how do I make one? Do I have to like build a place to build them? Kitchen. Add new task. Prepare easy meal. How do I like to say to do it until I have X? Or can I only do one at a time? That can't be true. There has to be a way to say like repeat this task until you have so many, like you do in Dwarf, like you do in RimWorld, right? Prepare easy meal. How do I say like repeat until? Work orders. A manager is required to add work orders to the shop. Okay, well, how do I get a manager? Do I have to designate a manager? How do I do that? Do I just like personality, rooms, labor? Under the... Nobles. Here you can view your nobles as well as assign your administrators, military leaders, and other officials. Military commanders are assigned here. Once the first leader is assigned, subsequent captain positions will appear. These can also be assigned. Certain important functions in your fortress can only be performed by an assigned administrator, such as the manager and bookkeeper. Once they're assigned, you can create work orders, run a hospital, and count and appraise your things. Nobles and certain administrators require rooms, and some may also make demands. Okay. So like manager. Okay, great. I'd like to make a manager. Apparently none of them have any relevant skills. Can I appoint the expedition leader? Sure, I can. Great. He is now also our manager. That makes sense to me. If he's a leader, he'll be a fine manager. Okay, so let's go back to work orders for still. Work orders can be added for the shop. Great. Brew drink from plants. Great. 10 and 10. That sounds like... Okay. That sounds like a reasonable... Well... What did I just do? Restarts if completed, check daily. Okay. Restarts if completed, check daily, sounds good. And... No, I didn't want to... Brew drink from plant, 10. Add condition, check the amount. Make the activation... Oh, right, how do I change, like, the number? Amount of drinks available is less than 10. Mouse seeds available is less than 10. What? What happened? No, I don't want less than, I want more than, right? Amount of items. Type. Seeds. Available is... No. Is it no? Is at least 1? Is at least 2? Is at least 3? Is at least 4? Is at least 5? Okay, I'll just say is at least 10. Mouse seeds is at least 10. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. Okay. I think I succeeded in my goal. Okay. And then I'll just do the same thing in the kitchen area. Work orders, prepare. Prepare easy meal. Work orders are used to automate tasks. These work orders are set to complete a certain number of tasks in given start conditions. For instance, you can create an order, make wooden bins if you're at empty rooms, to brew drinks if you're running low, or make 5 statuses every month. You can also limit work orders. Okay. Prepare easy meal. The amount of unwritten prepare meals is less than 10. Okay, that seems again like a reasonable thing to do. Okay, I think I've succeeded in my objectives. I may need more plot. I'm not sure how much I need, so but we'll make some more. Sound effects are good. It's like, what is that rain? What is that thunder effect? Oh, that's from assign a bookkeeper. Okay. Okay, the planter is now my bookkeeper. It seems we need a broker eventually. And we'll make him my hammerer. See the red symbol? It means they need an office. Okay. So I have to build them an office. Fine. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Let's see. What the heck are we playing? We're trying to play RimWorld. It's a lot to get your head around. Dwarf Fortress, I'm sorry. How do you build an office? Workshops? Zone. You make a zone. You place furniture. I don't know what that means. you need a chair and then you make a zone. Okay. Okay. I don't want to make 10. I don't want to do that at all. There's a furniture tab on your building menu. Okay. Okay. Did I succeed? Did I fail? Does anyone understand anything that's happening? So I just put the chair in the room and it becomes an office? Is that how that works? And a table. No access to table. Okay, well apparently I haven't finished making the table yet. Pause. I don't want pause. What are you doing? Table isn't required for office, but it looks nice. Well, at the moment, I'm just trying to get it done. You just need to select the zone again and find a way to assign the manager. Did I succeed? This is a lot, man. I need another office for my bookkeeper. Okay. Wait, can I just like put them in the same room? It doesn't matter, I guess. All right, apparently I have no seeds for plump helmets. Did I eat them all? Am I going to die horribly? If so, how'd I fuck it up? The amount of seeds is available is at least 10. That should be good. You might be cooking them. Prepare easy meal. Oh, maybe I did cook them all. Because, okay, well... What do I do now? You planted them all? Yeah. Well, I said mouse seeds is not less than 10, right? So that should do the trick, right? The mouse seeds available is at least 10, so it won't cook if there's not at least 10 seeds. So that should do the trick, right? Are things growing? Seeds 30? It says I have 30 seeds. I'm so confused. Why does it say 30 seeds if I don't have any seeds? No, that means you won't cook other stuff either. Well, at the moment, all I have is seeds, so that's fine. Did I ever check around oxygen not included? I took a look at it. X Comer. It didn't look like it would be that interesting in the late game. But I might give it a shot someday.
Check out oxygen not included, Kurt. Been looking at Dwarf Fortress myself as well. Looks interesting.
Thank you for the super chat. Okay, so what am I winning? Am I losing? Am I gonna die? How do I get water? There's a water source. Do I just like... Do I have to designate it as like, you know, drink from water? Probably. Water source. Okay, well now we have water source. And we should probably have some sort of like garbage dump, I suppose. And I suppose that could just be anywhere, so I'll just put it outside. That should be fine. And yeah. How are we doing? Can I designate a hunter? Should I designate a hunter? Feels like a bad plan if I designate a hunter for some reason. Like a refuse stockpile outside. Was that what a garbage dump is? A refuse stockpile, or is that a different thing? Prison Architect? I played Prison Architect. Played a lot of Prison Architect. X-Comer. Thank you. Yeah, that was a good game. I played Prison Architect when it was like brand new. I don't play as much anymore. I don't find it very interesting anymore, but I've definitely played it. Oh, I could designate fishing. That sounds like a good thing to do. Okay, so now I have a fishing thing. Can I like... How do I say, I want you to fish this much? How do I say, fish this much and then like, don't fish anymore? Okay. Yep. Need a fisher's workshop. It's a lot in the beginning. Ah, I need a fisher's workshop to be able to control the fishers. Okay. So let me designate a fisher's workshop. Fine. I don't see fisher. Workshop fisher. Is that under farming? It is under farming. Fine. Is the object just to have a productive home, workshop, fortress? I think. As far as I can tell. Prepare raw fish. Great. Okay, catch live fish. And I'll say, you know. No, I don't. How do I change it from 10? Okay, I'll say catch live fish 5. Okay, that works. And then catch live fish, and then I'd like to add prepare raw fish, and I'll change that to, no, I'll change that to 5. Yeah, okay. So now we have some food, we have water, and we have meals, and we have, I think we're like doing okay. That doesn't seem to work. Fishers automatically fish and prep fish. Catch live fish to trap them in an ammo trap, really useful for getting pets or ceramic tracks. Oh. Okay. So I don't have to say catch live fish. I can just say like prepare live fish. Or I don't have to, they do it automatically? I didn't think anything happened in this game automatically. So I can delete these. I can delete catch live fish and prepare raw fish and they'll do it. Are there dead mice in the stockpile? Apparently. I don't know. Dog is also dead. Yeah, the dog is dead, but he's outside. Only useless stuff happens automatically? Oh. So I can change away the designations? Alright, I'll take it away then. If it does it automatically, I guess. Um, what happened to my stockpile for my... Okay, let's see. Plant gathering, wall smoothing, remove mining, finish placing structures, plague structure. Place stockpiles, establish zones. Trash. I did this already. Garbage dump. Yeah, there's my garbage dump. I don't care. Just go anywhere. I don't fucking care. When's the Uncivil Gamer channel coming out? Stockpiles. Yeah, but I'm making food, so they'll make the drinks from the things we're growing, right? Or are we not growing things? Are we going to starve to death? I'm so confused. Stockpile's different. You can just pick stuff from outside for now. Check the settings of your inside stockpile. It should not allow refuse corpses. Okay. Let's see. How do I, like, custom? Okay. Let's see. No corpses. None? All. How do I change? None. No refuse. None. Okay, I think that'll do it. Where are my animals? Did I make a pasture? I did not make a pasture. Was I supposed to? They don't seem to be hauling the things away. Did I screw it up somehow? Doesn't look like it. Do the jobs menu. You need to make an outside stockpile. I made a refuse thing. Okay. Okay, that seems to be working. Okay, now I'm supposed to make a place for my animals. Have I chopped trees? I did chop some trees. I guess I could chop more trees. I'm not sure how many trees I need, but chop some more trees, I guess. Now, how do I designate a place for the pen for the animals? You're gonna run out of drinks. You need to be gathering plants with the tune right next to chopping tree. What? But I'm growing my own, right? I thought I was growing my own. That was the whole point, that they make them from the things I was growing below. No? Have I played Medieval Dynasty? I have not. Sounds fun though. The name sounds cool. Okay. So I feel like I've gotten my base up to some sort of bare minimum thing. How do I like designate a meeting place? Let's get them like a place where they can like gather. Well, they should really just gather in the bedroom I made them. I'm doing really well. Huzzah. Dig more stairs lower for more room. I will eventually when I feel like I have a need to do that, but at the moment I feel like I have enough room in my current level, so I'll just... Have a meeting room? No, that's what I'm trying to do now is create a meeting room. Is there enough beer? I don't know. We got 8 drink, so I'm gonna go with yes. My animals will hang out in the meeting room, might starve themselves to death. That doesn't sound good. We should probably get them someplace to hang out. Is that a workshop? Is that farming? Everything else is farming. No. Zone pen. Okay. I don't see any particular reason not to just put that like right outside, so I'll just okay. There's a big ass pen. Okay. So I've got plenty of wood. That's nice. I've got food, I've got drink, I've got beds. I've got fishing. Assign the animals to the pasture. Although it's a grim reminder of winter hardships to come, the supply caravan from this is a welcome sight. Their eyes are aligned with anticipation of expecting your proceeds. Take careful stock of your own stores. What these merchants offer might be well difference between prosperous future and a slow, meaningless death. Well, I don't know. So far, it seems to be going pretty well, game. To be quite honest. Diplomacy. The expedition leader. I'm your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. Uki. There's much to share. Uki. Make requests for next year caravan. I don't know what I need. Everything seems to be going okay. I don't know what I need. Yeah. I don't need anything. Thanks, I guess. Remember, trade agreement strengthens bonds. Please consider an import agreement next year. Okay. Let's discuss what we're willing to offer your craftsmen. A need for tanned hides and battle axes is expected, and if you're able to provide some, Caravan will offer you 993%. For tanned hides and battle axes, I'll see what I can do. Okay. Seeds, I need seeds. That's true, I do need seeds. Well, no, I seem to be okay on seeds, to be honest. I got 30 seeds. Okay, we have a trade depot now. We have 50 fish. We have way more fish than I want. But plump helmet seeds. I don't understand what I'm doing now. You're picking things to sell. Well, how do I pick things to buy? Buy comes later. Okay. Caravan has to unpack? I don't know, it's pretty unpacked. I think. You have to put stuff there to barter with. I thought I did that. Trade. Greetings, let us trade. Okay. Well, I could give you fish. Do you want some fish? Are these mine or theirs? Okay, I'd like that, please. So what can I trade? The copper mace? I guess? Don't sell the axe, though. Well, can I like bring them fish and stuff so that I can buy... How do I... Hold on. What has... Okay, hold on. Wait. Move goods to and from. Okay, hold on. Fish. Fish. Prepared fish. Ooh, 800. Wow. Another cat barrel. I want fish, though. I'm confused. Shells don't seem to have any value. Take all your plants. Can I sell less than sick? Can I sell less than everything? What else do I need? Get some sort of weapons, I suppose. Get a crossbow. Drink. No beer, no wine, no ale. No, none of those things. It's all rum? Okay, I'll take the rum. Trade. You'll need more goods to make the arrangement, but it says you're making 117 profit. What do you mean you need more? What do you mean you need more? It says you have a profit at once. What am I missing? My value is 800. Your value is 860. He's greedy. He's getting 100 profit. He's getting like 1/7, which is what, about gotta be about 2 to 1. Bad deal. Two to 1. The one's walking towards me, I guess. We should start on gems. We could get some gems going. Yeah. So we'll see how this whole editing thing turned out. In case you're curious about such things, I went with this company called VidPros. I looked at a couple different companies. So here's my thought process in case you care about such things. I have in the past used like individual video editors from, hold on one second, please. How do I mute myself? As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. In the past, I've used individual video editors. I've used like people on Upwork, or I've used people on Fiverr, or I've used people from my Discord or stuff like that. And that's been okay at times, and it certainly allowed me to get stuff done. But the quality of stuff, the price to quality ratio, to my mind, and maybe my expectations are unreasonable, which, you know, maybe they are, but like the amount of money the amount of money I've spent for editing from people, I find to be just ridiculous. For instance, I hired a guy on Upwork out of the Philippines. I think he was $15 an hour. And I said, okay, well, I'm interested in your service. It looks like it might be good. So let's edit one video and see what happens. Okay. And so he edited one video. I got a 5-minute result and it cost me $45. He's like, I spent 3 hours editing this. I'm like, did you really? Seriously? You spent 3 hours editing this? I'm like, you know, and so I didn't even wind up using it. I didn't even wind up using it because what's the point, right? What's the point of me uploading one video that's in a completely different editing style than everything else? Like, and so I just wound up recutting it myself and just releasing it like you normally see. So I have a sort of a result of that process of trying to find individual, and I put out a call for editors, and some people contacted me and are like, oh, we'll do it for this price. We'll do it for this price. It's like someone said, oh, I'll do it for $1,000 a month, or I'll do it for $1,500 a month. And I'm like, I don't think that's, you know, really, you know, what they're charging seems to not be what I'm looking for. So I wanted to try to use a service that exists on the hopes that if they're a little bit more organized as a business, that maybe I don't have to deal with one person and maybe I can get a better result and for better money. So we'll see. So I signed up for this service for a month, $700. And what I get out of that is 2 hours a day of editing time. So I get 10 hours a week, or 40 hours a month, I suppose. And what is nice about VidPros versus some of its competitors is because I was looking at this one, VidChops, and there are a couple other like that as well. But their problem, and they offer about the same amount of money, or about the same. I was looking at this one, I don't even remember, but I was looking at a couple different companies that had the same problem where it's like, we'll only edit one video at a time. So we have an unlimited plan, but we'll only edit one video at a time. So when we're done editing, we'll send it to you, and we won't work on the next video until you give us your approval. And if you need further edits, obviously, you know, we'll do those edits, and we won't work on anything until we get your approval, right? So the workflow doesn't really work. So like, I'm not going to be able to get the workflow out of it in terms of it, right? Because obviously because of those guys are editing like in the Philippines, so they're 14 hours off me. So that by the time I'm going to sleep, they're just starting their day. And so we would wind up in this cycle where it's just like me always waiting for responses, them always waiting for responses. We wouldn't be able to get the workflow done. So then what VidPros does that is apparently unique, or at least rare among the companies that I was looking at, is it doesn't do that. Like, they'll only work on one thing at a time, but when they're done, they'll move on to the next thing. And if you need editing, they're happy to go back, but they won't wait for your approval to move on to the next thing, so that they don't waste time. And that was a really valuable thing. It's like, okay, we're not going to waste time. So it's like, we'll do what you said in terms of this editing. When you're done, we'll let you know. So I recorded like 4 stories and uploaded it to their service. And it's like, you know, gave them some very loose direction because I don't know exactly what I want in terms of style and stuff like that. And, you know, and we'll see if it works. So that's what I'm doing. It comes with a 14-day money back guarantee. So if the whole thing falls apart, then I guess we're just back to me editing for free. So we'll see. That's what's happening and all that, in case you care about such things. But like a lot of these editors where I was like trying to do this piecemeal, it's like, oh yeah, we'll edit your video, $50 a video. I'm like, oh. It's like, am I going to get $50 of ROI? That, and of course, everything's an ROI calculation, like it is for any business. Like, it's just a return on investment calculation. Is this $50 that I'm spending, or whatever it winds up being, is it worth the amount of? Is it going to be a good return on investment? Is it going to be worth the increase in watch time? Is it going to be worth the increase in retention? Is it going to be worth the increase in subscribers? Is it going to justify its own existence? So we're going to give it a shot and we'll see how that works out. And if that falls apart, then I guess we'll try something else. So now you know all that shit. Yeah, $50 for a $10 video. Yeah. And Runkle was having a very similar problem that he was talking about on Twitter. He was like, you know, I look for the stock footage or stock videos, and I'm like, this is a good stock video. Can I use it? And they're like, sure, for $800. I'm like, but dude, the video is going to get like 30 cents. Me paying you $800 doesn't make any sense. So some of these prices seem, $50 seems pretty cheap for an editor to edit a video. Maybe, then maybe my expectations are just completely wrong. But I can do simple jump cut edits for $0 myself. So, you know, which is what I do now, right? I can just do simple jump cut edits, just remove all the bad stuff, remove all the bad takes, run it through an audio filter to make the audio nice and call it a day. And that cost me nothing. If someone hires you as a lawyer, would you work for $50? No, I wouldn't work for $50. But as I mentioned, Diana, the question is return on investment, right? The question is return on investment. I wouldn't hire anyone where I didn't think I was going to get more out of it than I was putting into it. Like, that is like the nature of a contract at its core. Both parties feel like they're better off in a contract, right? That's the fundamental nature of like every contract, you know, at least in principle. It's like you go to the vendor to buy an apple. He sells you an apple. You give him money. Both of you feel like you're better off in the transaction. You prefer apple to money. He prefers money to apple, right? So both of you feel like you're better off in the transaction. Both of you feel like you've gained, right? Because the question is perceived value, right? The perceived value of the transaction. So in any transaction, the only people, you can't pay your rent off $50. Yes, I understand that, but I'm trying to explain to you the basic principles of a perceived value, which I'm sure you understand, but I'll explain it anyway. It's like, you know, because I can do it for nothing. I can do it for $0. That's my offer, right? I can do it for $0. What can I do for $0? Well, I can do basic jump cut edits, which have been successful for my channel, right? So my value proposition is, well, I can continue doing it for $0, especially because it's my full-time job now. And so I have time. So I can continue doing it for nothing, or the value of my time, which, you know, is less than I'm paying these people. So now it just becomes a question of, am I getting more value? So if I pay you $50, I want more than $50 of value back. That's like the nature of the contract, right? That's the nature of every contract. So it's like you as an editor say, well, I can't live off that. I'm like, okay, I understand. So we can't reach a meeting of the minds, right? You say my services are worth more than that. I totally appreciate that. I respect you. I respect your right as a business person to say my services are worth more than this. That's totally cool. I absolutely respect your right. You just have to respect my right to say it's not worth that to me, because we're each assigning our own value functions to this, right? The contract only applies if we both agree as to our respective value functions, right? If you say I'm worth $50 an hour and I say you're worth 10, I respect you and you respect me, and we both will move along our way. You know, that's fine. We didn't reach a meeting of the minds. You know, I can't live off 50. I can't live off $10. I totally understand. I totally get it. I wish you well. Hopefully you can get clients that are willing to pay that. And if you can get clients that are willing to pay that, hey, great. You win. You get exactly what you want, because you are now selling your service at exactly what you think you're worth. And so you're winning. You're no worse off because you're getting your value. So, hey, good for you. And I'm no worse off because I'm not having to pay more than I'm receiving in value. So we're all happier in this contract, right? We're all happy. We're all mutually happy. So we don't reach an agreement, we're all mutually happy. We do reach an agreement, we're all mutually happy. This is the nature of the agreement. So yeah, you'll find a designer out there that will be willing to do it. People want me to do websites for them for free. Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah, maybe someone will do it or they won't. Maybe someone will do it or they won't. I mean, okay. I mean, you know, if they will do it for what I want, then fine. If they won't, also fine. Right? You don't have a right to demand I pay you any more than you have a right to demand, than I have a right to demand your service. Right? You don't have a right to demand I pay you any more than I have a right to demand your service. It's a mutually agreed exchange or not. That's the nature of the agreement. It's mutual exchange. Right? If you say, oh, my services are worth $50 and I say, no, they're not. There's a lot of things out there in the world that are being charged all kinds of prices that I don't think are worth that. You know, you go to the store all the time. You go to the store all the time and you don't buy things because you don't believe, you don't agree that it has that value, or at least it doesn't have that value to you at this time, which is the same thing, right? You go to a mall, you don't buy everything in the mall. It's not only because you can't afford it. It's because you don't perceive the value in it. If you perceive the value in it, you just buy everything and you don't. Right? So you're discriminating on value all the time. I'm just doing the same exact thing. It's not really complicated. Value and price and cost are not the same. Of course they're not. Value, worth, price, and cost are 4 different ways of measuring something. Absolutely. Yeah. I have the right to set prices for my services. I have the right to walk away if you don't want to pay it. Absolutely true. I have a right to lower my purses based on your budget as well. Absolutely true. I'm not disagreeing with you one set. Not disagreeing with you one bit, Diana. You have absolutely every right in this world to set your prices for your services at anything that you think that you're worth. And if the market pays you, then God bless you. That's the nature of capitalism. You should absolutely be able to charge as much as you think the market will bear. You'd be foolish to do anything else. You should absolutely charge as much as you think the market will bear. I'm simply not willing to pay it. If someone else is willing to pay it, what do you care? It's the same to you. I have a story behind why I'm saying these things. I'm not disagreeing with you, Diana. I'm not sure why you're continuing. It sounds like you're continuing to sell me. I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree with every word you're saying. You have absolutely every right in this world to set your prices at anything you like. You're free. You're free. You have a right to demand any price you want. You're free. I believe in you. You can do it. And if people will pay your services, then God bless you, Diana. Go get it. Go get it, girl. Go get as much money as the market will bear. I have every confidence in you that you should do that. You should absolutely charge as much as the market will bear. And if I am not willing to pay your price and you say, I want to walk away, great. Because I already said I want to walk away. We're both walking away. We're both in agreement. We both want to walk away. Right? I'm not disagreeing with one word you're saying. It's like you're trying to sell me on something, but we're not disagreeing. It's a very, you know, yeah. I mean, charge as much as you like. Charge as much as the market will bear. Go get it, Diana. Keep crushing it. One of the most heated agreements I've ever seen. I know. I've spent so many years doing free work for people. Friends wanted to work, but they're never willing to pay. When I started charging, they walked away. Yeah. I mean, if you're willing to do it for free is great. Right? If you're willing to do it for free is great. And then you start charging. They're like, well, I don't want to pay you. And you're like, but I want to be paid. Okay. So we no longer have agreement. When you were willing to do it for free, we had agreement. Now you're no longer willing to do it for free, so we no longer have agreement. Yeah. But I'm worth this. No, not to me, you're not. Someone's got 60 logos out of me, posters. That sounds like that was perhaps a bad decision on your part, Diana, to be quite honest. Yeah. Yeah, 1 is fine, but 60 got too much. I'm 1 might be too much. If you're a good designer and people will charge you and people will pay for your designs, why would you do 1 for free? Who was a boyfriend and abuser? Tell me again about the bad decision. Well, I'm sorry that he was an abuser. That's horrible on a personal level, not a professional level. So that's a different kind of problem. So I will pause to note the difference, right? If he was abusive to you, that's a problem on a personal level to which this conversation does not apply. Right? My conversation has been completely professional. It's been all about capitalism. It's about the nature of economics, right? It's a capitalist discussion. If he's abusive to you, then that's not acceptable on a personal level. And I'm really sorry that happened to you. Because that is not right. That is not acceptable. So, I'm really sorry that happened to you on a personal level. I wish people weren't jackasses to each other, you know? You want a drink? Well, go have one, I suppose. Okay, so now that like we've reached some sort of like basic my colony is not gonna die stage, what should we do next? You want to see me making a video if he needed killing defense? Dig in the magma? I could dig to the magma. I could go try to find some gems or something, I guess. Make a jeweler. That could be good. Unload and remove the cart. I think I did that. Rooms for all, dining hall. Plenty of options. You know, just make the base nicer. That works. Your camel is about to starve to death. Put him in your above ground zone. Okay. I don't want him to starve to death. That's not good. How do I do that? How do you square government price controls with a free market like TV or booze having a federal mandated minimum price? I don't attempt to. I am not a fan of Wickard v. Filburn, as we've discussed many times. Price controls outside of national security reasons don't really make any sense. Didn't I create an ammo zone earlier? I thought I did. Carmel's grass on any tile. I don't understand. Yeah, price ceilings for meds. Yeah, like that makes sense because it's like for people's fundamental health, and price gouging is like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I guess we need some more bedrooms. Let's make some more bedrooms. We can make individual bedrooms. That'd be good. Let's make some individual bedrooms. What? Don't want 10 beds. How do I change the number? Why won't it let me do this? Why won't you let me do things? Press number to change the number? Okay. I do like the music, I have to be said. Music is pretty cool. Go into the order. You're not prepared. What? Not prepared for what? I don't understand. No access door. Oh, well, I tried to make a door. Maybe he hasn't made it yet. Did I not? All right. See you later, unindicted co-counsel. No access to door. Reasonable profit on medication is usually 100. It's 1,000+% over cost of research and produce that's being charged. It's unsustainable. Yeah. There should be some sort of regulation in that domain. Just as long as we remember that the second pill costs 4 cents, the first pill costs $2 billion. You know, but yeah, but you know, bearing that in mind, there's room, like for the insulin stuff. need some sort of solution there. Healthcare is a particularly interesting topic, as I just had to go through buying new healthcare on the exchange, which was annoying. What do you mean no access to door? How did you not make a door? I'm confused. Did I pause time? Has time not been running? I thought this wasn't your type of game. Well, I play RimWorld a lot. This is very similar. I've played Prison Architect a lot. This is similar. So I guess I'm confused. What's going on now? Is there a war going on? Yeah, it looks like we got plenty of wood. Are those $1,400 cash ads BS, or do they finally give you buying power personal account of the Travis Diva system? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Save your camel and yaks, go to surface, create pens, and assign. How do you assign? We created a zone. How do you... Just select everything, right? And seeing a bunch of YouTube ads about the exchange and make it sound like you're giving the money direct. I don't understand what you're referring to. I have ad blockers and YouTube Premium, so I don't see any ads. Well, I would recommend getting an ad blocker, incidentally, and or YouTube Premium. Limit patient length to 50 to 100 years. I assume you mean patent, Waffles. Patents last for 20 years. So limit patent length to 50 to 100 years. You'd be increasing patent length by 2.5 to 5 times. Patent length is 20 years, non-renewable. You can start on certain announcements. Okay, a child has suffocated. I'm not sure how. How did a child suffocate? All right, well, let me finally build a door. Let's find out. Yes, cool. And I can assign a bedroom, right? No, I assign a person to the bedroom. Do I have to do this one by one, or will it automatically assign bedrooms? I'm assuming I have to do this one by one. You can let them pick? Oh, thank God. It can also mass create like 50 bedrooms at the same time. How do I do that? How do I do that by creating mass bedrooms at the same time? I'm creating bedrooms, hit the multi-tab. Don't I have to dig them out individually still? I still have to dig and furnish manually? Oh. No. Have a pain in the ass. I do this, won't do what I want to. No. Okay, well, we got some bedrooms installed. That's cool. We got 8 bedrooms installed. That's nice. We got a population of 21. Do they share bedrooms, or is it kind of a 1 bedroom per person kind of deal? So I got to build 21 separate bedrooms. I guess I could build a dorm. One bedroom per dwarf. Okay. Let's do this. Yeah. Oh, they got a dormitory. Dwarves value their privacy. Okay, that makes sense. What do I cancel? Let's see. Remove this zone. Oh, excellent. Okay. Well, I think that's a good start. This game is interesting. I don't know how I feel about this game compared to RimWorld. But it is an interesting game for sure. But I'm not sure how I feel about this. I think I'll probably come back to RimWorld. I'm not sure if I'll necessarily come back to this or not, but we might give it another go at some point. Well, I want to thank you guys for being here as we gave this a shot, at least. You know, we did this for 2 hours. So that was pretty good. And yeah, so that's fun. And talked a little bit about behind the scenes stuff and trying certain things, and we'll see how all that goes. Project Zomboid? I'm not familiar with that. It's the most complicated game I know of. Yeah, that's definitely its reputation, and so far so good. Yeah, this stream will become unlisted or members only because, you know, the nature of the algorithm and stuff. But it was fun to share it with you guys, at least. It will be available on Twitch as well, since Twitch is fine for gaming channel. I've been on Civil Law. Until there, my friends, I hope all's well. Cheers, my friends, and goodbye.